Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I'm going to give you the answer of that quiz which I asked regarding an ECG. And this ECG was of a post-cabbage patient and it was WhatsApped to me. A lot of people have given the answer and most of them have the correct answer, but there is something additional which was there in this ECG. That's why I want to show it. If you remember, I just kept this ECG, and this was a 83-year-old post-cabbage patient, and most of the answers were premature ventricular beat. Some of them do say that this is a left axis deviation, with some even junior saying that there are some STT changes. So let's clarify the things. What we look for in this ECG, firstly, the rhythm assessment. There is something wrong with rhythm. Otherwise, we have to see for everything. Regarding that ischemic changes, these were just a deceiving changes which were there. So first, regarding rhythm assessment, would like to give you something normal phenomena about rhythm origin and its normal conduction. We all know that it's originate from SA node, delayed for a while in AV node, then goes to bundle of His, right, left bundle, and then it depolarizes rest of the ventricle. And that's why you have a very nice P wave, which is due to activation of sinus node. Then AV delay leads to a PR interval, which is normal, 3 small square to 5. Then this conduction, when went through the His bundle into right and left, and simultaneously, almost, there is slight delay in between, but almost simultaneously activate whole of the ventricle in terms of depolarization. You've got a nice narrow QRS complex. And then you have repolarization. So this is something about basic rhythm origin and its generation. Now let's see, when you're going to assess the rhythm, you have to go through these 5 points. One, calculate rate. Then RR regularity. Then assess the P wave. And in P wave, you have 4 further points. That is it present or absent? Is it similar or dissimilar? What about the P rhythm itself? And is there one P before each QRS complex or not? Then you have to look for PR interval in each and every QRS complex. And lastly, the QRS duration of every heartbeat. And literally, if you go through these 5 points in any rhythm assessment, you will come up with the right answer if you know the features of that particular rhythm. And that's the premature ventricular beat. Why is it premature ventricular beat? Let's start and put our 5 principal rate. Rate is almost 75 to 70 around. Rhythm is occasional irregular. You see 2 beats coming prior to expected sinus beats. Then if you look onto the P waves are present everywhere except before these 2 beats. PR interval is normal except these 2 where you don't found a P or maybe a small hint of P waves. QRS are narrow everywhere similar, but these 2 QRS are broad, bizarre, and different from the native. So that's why these beats are ventricular beats. And let's see the phenomena, how ventricular beat originate. We already have discussed the normal conduction. But what happened in ventricular beat, that any abnormal focus within the ventricle generates the beat, activates the ventricle. Some of the conduction may go into the atria and suppresses the native P wave. And that's why you don't have a P wave after that or a sinus beat just after the PVC. Got a compensatory pause and then a sinus beat, and I'll show you that in here you see. That's the ventricular beat. It is originated from the ventricle, not sinus node. And this PVC activated whole of the ventricle. Some of its conduction may enter into the atria. That's why you have no subsequent P wave of sinus beat, and then you have a compensatory pause, and the next sinus beat is there. Now, what happens with our ECG? Let's apply those five principles to this ECG as well. Rate almost 75. Rhythm, rhythm is regular, but you found something wrong in the chest leads. Here, in one or two beats, you found the rhythm almost as a double to a native rate. That is, here you see that it's a rate of 150 because after two large or slightly more than the two large squares, you found a QRS. Similar happening in V4, V5, this chest leads as well. So limb leads are showing normal rhythm. Now, if you see the P waves are present everywhere, but here you can't found P wave, or a very distinct P wave may or may not be there. Here again, you don't found a P wave. PR interval is normal, but here after that premature, here you see this P wave, and this PR interval is slightly longer than the normal PR interval. Now let's come to what it is. It is because if you look on to the QRS duration, it's wide, broad, bizarre. It's not similar to the native QRS, which is very important to identify from where this beat is originating. And that's why, since it's a broad, bizarre QRS, it's a premature ventricular beat. But the amazing thing about this premature beat is that you don't found the compensatory pause here. What kind of PVC is it? Without compensatory pause? Yes, it do happen in some kind of PVCs, which are called interpolated PVCs. And one of the answers was very right. I don't remember the name, but that was the answer given, that this is an interpolated PVC, a PVC which is sandwiched between two QRS. And let's see the mechanism of this and how to identify it. So we already have gone through heart rate, rhythm, P, PR, QRS, which has given us the answer that these rhythm abnormalities are premature ventricular beat, but a kind of premature which is interpolated. And whenever you have a PVC, when it's had depolarization abnormality, it also has repolarization abnormality. So this beat is only showing the ST depression. So it's not ischemia, it's the conduction problem. Rest of the ECG is showing normal ST segments. Axis again is normal in this because 1 and 2 are both upright. That means, but AVF is negative. The axis is between 0 to -30. Let's see the mechanism. Here, if you see a normal kind of PVC, which compensatory pause, what happens? Ventricles are activated prior to expected sinus beat. And this ventricle not only activated ventricle, but also causes depolarization in the atria. So that's why you have no sinus beat after that. And there is a pause. And now the next, after that sinus beat, which is expected, is coming here. So you have a sinus, premature ventricular beat, compensatory pause, and then next sinus beat. Now, what happens with interpolated PVC? That's very important to understand. Electrocardiogram showing an interpolated ventricular extrasystole. The ventricle extrasystole is sandwiched between two sinus beats. Here you see this beat is almost in between the two sinus beats. It usually happens with bradycardias when your rate is slow. There is no disturbance of sinus rhythm because it really happens exactly between. The PR interval of the sinus beat following the extrasystole is longer than the PR interval of the sinus beat preceding the extrasystole. And why it happens, if you see that this ventricle activation occurs from the ventricle, it went through and found the AV node. Slightly repolarized, so it hasn't passed through that into the atria to reset the sinus node. But what happens, the next sinus beat found the AV node slightly refractory to enter, and that's why you have a prolonged PR interval after that PVC, then interpolated PVC. So hope this small description of interpolated PVC will explain you why sometimes even with PVC you don't have a compensatory pause. Thank you very much for your patience listening. Hope this will add to your knowledge about ECG, rhythm assessment, and premature ventricular beats. Thank you again.